Greetings to Dr. Alex. I'm Melisa Betsy and my matrix number is BP21110182. So today I will be talking about how men and women use language differently in Sabah's Bahasa Melayu, in a Sabahan way. So my points will be based on my individual assignment for language awareness that points out the question, do men and women use language differently in our native or first language? So in my case, it is definitely yes, and I will be using some examples from Bahasa Melayu conversation that is based on my observation and also past experience. So first of all, we know that language is more than just a way to communicate, as it reflects our roles, our personalities, and also the society that we live in. So in Sabah, Bahasa Melayu serves as the unifying language for a diverse range of ethnic groups and also cultures. Even so, the way men and also women use the language is actually different, and these differences aren't accidental. So it is actually influenced by cultural norms or maybe traditions and also expectation about how men and women should interact with others. So in my opinion, I would say that in a casual conversation, men would often use slang and informal expression, but they do not really focus on the feelings or the emotional aspects when they're speaking. So for women, they also use slang, but it is often less frequent and more to context sensitive. So women would be more considerate when they are talking to other people, while men would still consider what they're saying or talking to other people, but it is lesser than women. So that is for casual setting or informal way of having conversation. So in a formal setting, the contrast would be even clearer between men and women, because women are more likely to use honorifics and also polite language, while men sometimes they would just skip the formalities and just go straight forward, just ask what they want. So women's language in these contexts is often shaped by focusing on maintaining respect and also harmony, while men, they are just being direct and task-oriented. Okay, so let's move on to code switching and expressing emotions. So for this part, women tend to use code switching often to soften their tone and add some nuances in their speech. So they will try to make the message from their speech to be more collaborative, more soft, and making the other person feel comfortable having conversation between them. So men, however, they would use code switching more for practical reasons, like emphasizing the technical terms or authority. Like for example, maybe a man would say, kita mesti upgrade nih system sekarang. So they use the word upgrade to emphasize what they want. So that is how men use code switching. They just use it to stress what they want, while women, they will use code switching to soften the way they talk. Okay, so when it comes to expressing emotions, women are generally more open and also descriptive, while men would use neutral or restrained language, like they are trying to reflect on cultural expectations of emotional control that is set for men. So why does this matter? It is because they show how language is deeply connected to our social roles and also cultural values. So men's communication styles often aligns with the traits like the decisiveness and authority, while women's language reflects to empathy and collaboration. So as a conclusion, I would say that the way men and women use Bahasa Melayu in Sabah clearly highlights the impact of cultural norms and societal roles in our language. So while men focus on efficiency and tasks, women emphasize having a great relationship and also harmony when having a conversation. So these patterns are shaped by traditions but can vary depending on the context and also the personality of the individual themselves. So that is all from me. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.